You ever see a 90-pound German shepherd nearly rip a grown cop off his feet right in the middle of a marble courthouse? I'm talking pure muscle, claws scraping, every muscle tight like he's got a job way bigger than anything you can imagine. And yeah, that happened. And if you'd been there, you'd have dropped your coffee too. Most folks thought it was just another crazy courthouse day, but I'll tell you straight. What Rex found under that judge's bench, it changed how I look at justice, at loyalty, at what it means when someone or something just refuses to let you down. Let me back up a sec. Officer Marcus Chun had handled Rex for 3 years. Not once did that dog ever step out of line. A legend, that duo. Drugs, bombs, lost people. You call Marcus and Rex, they find him. That's why when Rex started acting up, it put a chill in Marcus's bones. All morning, as the city was waking up and the courthouse was grinding through its usual business, Rex couldn't sit still whining, scratching at the window, ears up like he heard some frequency nobody else could. Marcus figured maybe the dog just needed a walk, but as soon as they passed the courthouse, Rex went ballistic. The second they got inside, that animal was like a guided missile. No treat, no command, no cop voice could hold him back. Inside, the place was packed. Judge Patricia Hawthorne presiding, heavy case that day, custody, the kind that makes even the gallery tense up. Little Emma Rodriguez, just 8 years old, but already with eyes like she's seen 2 lifetimes, sitting beside her social worker, swinging her feet off a bench that was way too big for her. The whole room was on edge, waiting for some decision that'd probably follow her for the rest of her life. Then, out of nowhere, the doors explode, open, literally bang against the wall, and here comes Marcus, dragged by 90 pounds of K9 who isn't taking no for an answer. Every head snaps around. The bailiff's hand goes to his radio like maybe he's about to call in a code nobody's ever heard before. But Rex doesn't care. Not about the judge's glare, not about all the lawyers gawking, not about protocol. He pulls Marcus down the aisle, straight for the judge's bench, and disappears underneath. What happens next, you don't forget something like that. Marcus drops down, face red, already forming apologies, when he sees Rex nuzzling what looks like a bundle of blankets. But there, in that tiny gap behind the bench, is a little girl not more than 4, cheeks stained with tears, shaking so bad her whole body's humming. She'd gotten separated from her grandmother that morning, wandered scared, hid under the judge's bench because it felt safer than anywhere else in the world. And in that moment, you could feel it, the way a storm shifts the air before it breaks. All the tension in the room flipped. Judge Hawthorne, all steel and robes, dropped her gavel, eyes wide. Lawyers just froze mid-sentence. The courtroom turned into a rescue mission. Paramedics called, court officers gently guiding the crowds out, and Rex, that tough, disciplined K9 soft as a teddy bear, nudging and licking, letting that scared little girl clutch his ear for comfort. Here's where it gets you, right in the gut. Emma, the foster kid everyone was worried about, the one facing her own mountain, stood up without a word, walked across the courtroom, and sat down beside the new girl. No hesitation, just this calm kindness you don't see much, especially from a kid who's lost everything twice over. She spoke to Sophia in Spanish, soft, gentle, reassuring. It's okay. You're safe now. This big dog, he's a hero. And even if you're scared, there's always someone, some dog, who cares enough to find you. Judge Hawthorne, and this is a woman who's seen more heartbreak than most of us. She started to see something else. Not just another custody case, not just another day lost in paperwork, but 2 kids with more guts and heart than half the adults in the room. You could tell, right then, things were about to change. When Sophia's grandmother showed up frantic, tears streaming, she almost knocked over a bench trying to get to her granddaughter. All she could say, over and over, was thank you, stuffing treats into Rex's face and clutching Marcus's hand like he'd saved the whole world. Sophia wouldn't leave Rex's side. Not for nothing. Meanwhile, the Martinez family, prospective adoptive parents for Emma, saw all this Emma's Spanish, her natural calm, how she comforted a stranger. Something in their faces shifted. They weren't just adopting a kid anymore. They were seeing her for the first time, a girl who, despite everything, could still give. 3 weeks later, the adoption ceremony was small, just close family, a couple court officials, but Judge Hawthorne made a special request. Marcus and Rex had to be there. She wanted them front and center. As Emma signed her new last name, Rex was right beside her, tail thumping, eyes bright. Cameras flashing. The moment was bigger than the paperwork, bigger than the formalities. It was about loyalty, about never giving up on someone, about how a single act of courage from a dog can change the course of more than one life. The story spread, as stories do, courthouse folks telling it over coffee, families at dinner tables, even strangers at the park. But for everyone there, the real miracle wasn't just that Rex found a lost child. It was that his instinct, his refusal to quit, reminded everyone, judge, lawyer, parent, or kid, that sometimes the justice system needs a little help from the ones who don't wear robes or badges. Sometimes what fixes the broken parts is just kindness, a little courage, and refusing to walk away when someone's lost. You know what I mean? Emma later said that watching Rex search for Sophia taught her to never give up on finding where she belonged, either. And Rex? He kept working, tail high, the unofficial mayor of that courthouse, living proof that sometimes the best kind of hero has 4 legs and a stubborn streak a mile wide. So here's what I want to ask you, you, the one listening right now. Do you think real justice is about laws, or is it about compassion? When you see something broken, do you step in, or do you look away? Let me know in the comments below. What would you have done if you were in that courtroom? What do you think the line is between following rules and following your heart? Share your thoughts, your stories. And if you believe in this kind of loyalty, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because these are the stories that remind us. Sometimes the smallest moments are the ones that save us all.
Xin chào các bạn, mình là Trinh, mình phụ trách viết content. Trên đây là những công việc của mình, là mình lên mạng xã hội tìm hiểu những video
Next one? Alright. Thank you, man. Hey, if you guys have any trouble, let somebody know. Please.
After the tree to hold on to. Yeah.
Yeah,
Use the fence.